Right then, welcome to today's video. We haven't done an unboxing for a while, but this is a very exciting one because this is our brand new flagship. This is the Solar FF 2.0, that's 2.0. To say this is an insane scooter is a bit of an understatement. This is 5,000 watts of pure insane electrical power. You thought our other models were crazy. This is just next level. This thing will do up to 60 miles per hour and go 55 miles on a charge. This thing's just insane. So we're gonna crack it open now and yeah, let's just take a look. Okay, so first thing in the box, you can see we've got some grip tape with the Solar logo on it. We can use that later. Okay, let's take this off. Got the owner's manual with the instructions, so that'll be very useful for later on. Okay, so this looks to be the seat, so we can install that later if we want to. And then we've got the scooter itself. It's heavy. Okay, so this is the Solar FF 2.0. Let's get it out of its packaging. And just while we speed this bit up, I just thought I'd mention that also in the box you should receive a multi-tool and a charger. So with that out the way, let's get on with fitting the handlebars. So what I'm going to do is just take the tool set that it came with and just remove these bolts for this clamp, and I think it's one of these, maybe like a number 5. Yeah, it's a number 5. Okay, so what I've done is I put the handlebars on, and all I had to do was align it with the stem here and then just get the clamp with the 4 screws, put the screen inside of the clamp and then screw in the 4 screws so it ties it all together, sort of like in a sandwich formation. And if things aren't quite aligned properly, what you can do is just loosen the bolts slightly and then just make some minor adjustments, and then when you're happy with everything, you can just go ahead and tighten everything back up again. So that's the handlebars done. Next we're going to do the front and the rear fenders. Okay, so we're going to start with the rear one first. So the longest one is for the rear and the short one is for the front. So we'll just put that over here and let's get on with installing the rear fender. So what you're going to need for this is the multi-tool that came in the package, and also this little bag of bits which has got like spare brake pads and also these screws. These screws are going to be used to install the rear fender. So the first thing you're going to want to do is remove this screw right here. And then in your bag of bits, get 3 more screws out, just like this. And then what you're going to do is align these 2 holes with those 2 holes there, and the same with the other side as well. And then once you've lined it up, simply put the screws in and install it that way. And then the same with the front fender, you're just going to remove this and then slip the front fender over the top of it and then simply do it up on both sides. Let's do that now. And then once you've done that, the same with all our scooters, you want to go over the entire thing and just make sure all of the nuts and bolts are nice and tight, because in transit some things may have become loose, which is quite normal. So yeah, just go over all the nuts and bolts and just make sure everything's nice and tight. The next thing you want to do is you want to charge this up. So when you first get your scooter, we recommend charging it for a full 8 hours before you have a go on it. This is just to get the battery cells going. So what you want to do is get the included charger, plug the wall end in first, and then get your scooter end, and then just plug it into any one of the dual charging ports here. So you just take that off, and then you just align the pin up with the pin there, push it in, and then give it a twist. And then that is it. We'll leave this for a full 8 hours and then come back. Okay, so we're all fully charged, everything's tightened up. I think now's a good chance to sort of go through the scooter because there's quite a lot to go through, and just do a bit of a walk around and a tour, and just to show you where everything is and what everything is really. So let's do that now, starting from the back. So starting from the back here, you've obviously got your rear fender, which we've just installed. You've got your rear tyre, rear motor, 2 rear suspension systems. You've got your handle here for easy transport, and you've got your 2 indicators here and here. Also at the back, you've got your indicators and your rear lights. Same on the other side here. And also on this side, you've got your rear hydraulic disc brake and the disc just there. Along this side of the deck, you've got your foot plate where you rest your foot, and then obviously the deck with the solar logo there, which also lights up, which I can show you later. Your dual charge ports, and then obviously you've got your folding mechanism here, which is the same as the P1. So I'll show you this later, but to fold this down, you just pull this lever and then click that in, and it all collapses for storage or transportation. Coming down to the front, you've got your front LED lights here. You've got your front swing arm suspension system with your air suspension here. And you've got your front fender, a new next generation LED headlights, a very loud horn, and obviously your front motor there. So going up the stem, you've got your speed stabilizers here to stop any speed wobble. Got your solar logo there. And then coming up to the handlebars, you've got your rear brake, headlights, indicators and horn. You've got your eco and turbo mode, single and dual motor. You've got a USB phone charger here with a nice little handy compass. You've got your monitor there, which will read all your telemetry like speed, battery level indicators and stuff like that. You've got your voltage meter, your key start, you've got your gear select mode, and then this is to turn the deck lights on, which I can show you later. Twist throttle, and then lastly you've got your front brakes here. So now that everything's set up, let's go through the actual controls of the FF 2.0. So if we just turn it on by twisting the key, everything should come on. So just a little rundown on what everything means on the screen. So obviously here we've got your speed. This is your battery level indicator. This is how many miles you've done, so your odometer, whether your lights are on, whether the scooter's ready. That's pretty much all there is to it. Unlike our other first generation FF, when you switch it on, if you twisted the throttle on the old FF whilst it was stood still like this, it wouldn't actually move. That was like a safety feature, but this, because it's such a beast, if you pull the throttle on the FF 2.0, it will actually go. So if I just give it a little twist, you can see that it wants to go, so just be aware of that. So let's go over to the left. Obviously you've got your lights on and off, and these are incredibly bright. So if I just show you these, you've got your 2 front LED headlight modules, and then you've got your 2 either side there. And then if we come to the back, you can see that these turn on as well, and you've got your lights at the back there. And if I just turn the lights off in the workshop, you can get a sense of just how bright it actually is. And then if you want to turn the deck lights on, you just press this red button here, and the solar logo actually flashes, which I think looks super cool. At night, you're definitely going to be seeing on this, so safety wise, you are all good. And then over here, you've got your gear selector, which is this yellow button here. So if you just watch this, you go 1, 2, 3, and this is your speed select mode. So number 1 is your slowest top speed, 2 is sort of middle ground, and 3 is balls to the wall, fastest mode, 60 mile an hour. So just be aware of that. And then down here, you've got your eco mode and turbo mode. So if you go on eco mode, that'll just slow everything down. It will minimize top speed, minimize acceleration, just to sort of preserve energy in the battery. So I'll keep it on turbo. And then single and dual, so clicked in is dual motor on, so both of the motors will work, and clicked out is just rear motor, so I'm going to keep it on dual. Up here you've got your voltage meter. You don't really need to keep an eye on that. All you really need to focus on is your battery level indicator on the screen here. You've got your throttle here, as I said, and then your brakes. If you want to adjust these brakes, so make them more responsive, you can tighten them up by rotating this clockwise, which will make it tighter, or rotating it counterclockwise and it will make them more loose. So you'll have to squeeze more to apply pressure to the brakes. So I like mine quite responsive. So I'm just going to tighten that up. And the same with this side, you just tighten that up. And it's nice and responsive. If you want to adjust the height of the stem, same with our other models, you just unscrew this, flip that latch, and then this will move up and down, but it's at a good height for me, so I'm just going to leave that. Last thing, guys, if you are struggling with anything, please read the manual. It has everything in here that you could possibly need. So if you need to troubleshoot, or if you're just not sure on anything, refer back to the manual. It has everything you need to get the FF up and running. So let's get this up and running, take it outside. Okay, so that's it for today's video, guys. As you can tell, this thing is an absolute beast. We're going to be doing more videos on this, so we're going to take it off-roading. We're probably going to go like Abbey Park or Bradgate Park and just take this thing truly off-roading. So yeah, that's it for today. Like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.